Oh, it's just my hand. Look at that, my hair's in a bun. Not even a good bun. Or a straight bun. Whatever. You're probably wondering why I have spears on my hands. And I'll tell you why. Because I just got back from the Born This Way ball. It was today. I'm taping this on Friday. It was Wednesday, so I didn't just get back, but, you know, close enough. So I just wanted to tell you that I did go, and it was amazing, and I wanted to tell you all about what happened. I had a wonderful time. I went with my friend Tori. It was just amazing. I went to the Born Brave experience, the Born Brave experience before the show. I went on the bus. I signed a trailer, which was fun. I saw a gay unicorn. Not the very same gay unicorn, but he is of the same family, is what I'm told. I met lots of other little monsters. I looked at the art on the bus, watched other people's stories. I looked at drag queens walking around in giant shoes. It was just a great time. And my favorite thing about the people at the Born This Way ball is that you can compliment them and they don't freak out like everybody else. Like, I live in Arizona. I don't know if it's because of where I live, but people here get so weird when you just talk to them if you've never met them before. Like, if you walk up to somebody, at my school, if you walk up to somebody who's dressed really cute and you want to compliment them, you say, oh, you did such a good job on your makeup, or oh my god, I love your shoes. They get all weird and they look at you like, thank you? Like, have I met you? Are you worthy of my attention? Like, it's stupid. But at the Born This Way ball, people are dressed insane, and you're allowed to comment on it, and they're so nice. Like, this one guy, I'm pretty sure he made his own shoes. They were heelless heels, and they were really studded out. And I come up to him, and I was like, oh my god, I love your shoes. And he's like, thank you. I went to this store for the studs, and I used nail glue on this. And, like, they're just so nice about it. And, like, you can compliment a drag queen on their booty shorts, and they're just like, oh, thank you. I bought the sequins at Joann, and I had to sew them on, and I don't even know how to sew. Or, people are just so nice. And people asked me about my nails. Were a huge hit. People asked me about my nails, and I'll tell you what I did in case you're wondering. I went at Walgreens, you can get, like, for $7, I think, a pack of 100 really long ones, but they're square. So what I did is I just filed them, and yes, holding them between these two fingers hurts after a while, but I filed them pointy and painted them black and just glued them on with regular glue. And you're probably wondering why there's only 4 on this hand, and I'll also tell you about that. Lady Gaga pointed at me during the show. She pointed right at me during Paparazzi, and I spazzed out and lost a nail. I can't wait to take these off. Part of the reason why this bun sucks and is crooked is because of I'll show you what I got at the tour merchandise. First of all, I'm wearing some of it. I got the Ride Ride Pony Ride Ride shirt. Right now it's not even clean, but I don't care because I just really like this shirt. It's so comfy. And if you're wondering, yes, it is one of those types of t-shirts that you order a small, and if you're like a regular sized person, I'm not like super skinny by any means, and a small is pretty loose on me. So just in case you're wondering how you should size what you're gonna buy, there you go. It's also got all the tour dates on the back. Mine is the 23rd in Phoenix. I also purchased, ta-da! It's a beach towel and it says GOAT. It also happened to be the last one at the Phoenix venue. So if you were in line behind me and you wanted that and you're watching this now, I'm very sorry. But know that it's in a good home and I'll use it all the time and it'll probably be on the website soon. Also, the t-shirt was $40 and the towel was $20. And I also got was this poster, the Born This Way ball poster. Now, in case you can't tell, it's freaking huge. I can barely get the whole thing in the frame at once. Now you'll notice I have other full-size posters. This one is much bigger. I haven't measured it yet. I don't know the dimensions. But it's definitely bigger than the regular full-size. It's freaking giant. And that was $10. So I spent $70 in merch altogether. Oh yes! And when it got close to the time where they were about to open the doors to let us find our seats, protesters happened we were on a street corner, okay? The marquee was like on the corner, and then the line went all the way around and back, like down the other street. But there was a crosswalk right next to where everybody was lined up, and on the corner of the crosswalk was the other side of the street. On the other side of the crosswalk was the whole Born Brave tailgate. The protesters set up on the street corner right in front of the Born Brave bus, which made me mad up to about here. I saw them and I literally started going, like, I was so angry. They said, they had signs that said, like, obey thy Lord and don't go to hell and God hates porn, which is really ironic because there was an adult video store like 2 streets down, so why don't you go just set up your little pointless march over there, alright? Seeing them made me super, super angry because the Born Brave tailgate is supposed to be a place of safety and kindness and acceptance, and they were just ruining it. So what I did, I noticed this other guy doing this, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I crossed this crosswalk with my friends Tori and Miles. Miles had also got tickets, but he wasn't in the same seating area as us, but he was there and we met up with him. So me and Tori and Miles all cross the street, and we decide to piss them off by posing with them to take pictures. So that's exactly what we did. All 3 of us did one. And this guy had 2 signs in his hand and 1 sign around his neck and a t-shirt that said, "Don't go to hell." So he was definitely the avid one. So I walk up to him and I'm just like, "What you doing?" And he just stands there with his mean face and his signs. And I'm like, "Mind if we take a couple pictures with you?" And he doesn't say anything. So I'm like, "All right." So I go up next to him and I'll show you the picture I took. I took that picture. He was so mad that I took. He didn't say anything, but you could tell he was like super angry. Like, look at his face. I don't know. Look at his face. He's just got this, like, straight line face. I guess his sign says, "Obey the Lord thy God and his commandments." God hates sin and sinner was another sign. Friend of the world is enemy of God. Just stupid crap that they were holding. Like, first of all, concerts not porn. I don't care what Korea thinks. Second of all, nobody's sinning. And we're all just having a good time. God loves everybody. One of my friends who was there, she told me she crossed the street. And she said, "God loves everybody." And he said, "God doesn't love you." After I took my picture, Tori and Miles took their pictures. And there was a little monster who decided to fight the power and had a sign. Everybody else had their, like, hateful signs about God. And he had his sign that said, "God makes no mistakes." So I pointed at him and I yelled, "Yes, God makes no mistakes." So at that point, this other guy yells at me. He's like, "Do you know how many people died in the flood?" I don't know what he was talking about. I wouldn't call myself an atheist. I don't know how I feel about the existence of a God, but I do know that if there is a God, he loves everybody, and he's not a racist, and he's not a homophobe, and he's not any of those things. God loves everybody. So I just pointed at him and I yelled, "God makes no mistakes." And then the light turned green, and I said, "Stay classy, San Diego." Anchorman. And I said, "Many kisses." Mwah. And I did that. And then I walked across the street. While we're walking across the street, this other girl screams out, "Mormons love Gaga!" I was like, yeah. Yeah. So that happened. And then we got in. We found our seats. Apparently, when the time on the ticket says 7:30, it means Lady Gaga comes out at 9. So me and Toya were just sitting there. We really had to pee. We're like debating if we had enough time. We're like, "Is she gonna come out?" Because we'd already be waiting for like 45 minutes. We're like, "When does she come out? I really have to pee." I don't know. So we ran and peed and came back. We got back in plenty time. And it was just amazing. Like, I had the time of my life there. It was perfect. It was wonderful. It was everything I'd hoped for and more. She ran around the city. We were so close. We were very, very close. I'll show you one picture. I was on the side, kind of. So you know how there's a little track. When she came around on my side of the track, I was like 20, 30 feet away from her. I had really good seats. So here's the picture. That's her riding the unicorn when she very first entered. And that's how close I was. I was super close. So yeah, that was my time at the Born This Way ball, and it was everything I hoped for and more. Lady Gaga, I love you so, so much. Thank you for pointing at me. Thank you for making eye contact with me. It made me so, so happy, and I'm so glad I didn't faint when you came out. I had a wonderful time, and I will see you at the Art Pop Ball.